In this video, we will be covering HTML. In the HTML document here, there are several key elements and attributes which are used to present the content over here, and I'll explain what each one does and or means. Firstly, we should always begin with a standard HTML declaration, which is represented by the exclamation mark doc.type HTML. This specifies the document type and the version being used to ensure compatibility with web browsers. Then after that, we need to place a HTML tag. Note that the tag always need to have a start tag, which is here, and the end tag, which is over here, and the end tag, it has a slash in front of it. Inside after HTML, you need to use a head, and inside the head, we need to place a meta char set tag. The meta char set tag equal UTF-8. UTF-8 is a character encode that has multiple languages and multiple languages inside it. The title tag is basically to set the title of the web page displayed. HTML tutorial, which is this, and after that we need to have a body section. The body section is where most of the content is being represented. As you can see, all the code inside it is part of the body section, which means everything here is part of the body section. Next is the paragraph tag. Paragraph tag is represented by a P. In the provided example, one such paragraph is the HTML helper, which is over here. Place it over here, and this is a paragraph. This place over here is also another paragraph. It's just a paragraph used to put your text in it. Next is the break tag. Especially the break tag, there is no need to have an end tag for it, so there's no need to close it, meaning there's no need for this slash br. There's no need for it. And the break basically does what it does, which is create a vertical spacing between the elements. As seen here, there is like a big space between this HTML helper and the what tomato here, so there's a break here. Next, there will be inline styling, which is this thing, which is technically just a CSS embedded within the HTML to style the content itself, which is what tomato, and the color tomato is like tomato red color, and it's like a background color. So as you can see, it's not only the text itself, but the whole paragraph itself. Next is the B tag. The B tag is represents bold. Yeah, as you can see, this text is bold. However, the HTML helper text is not bold. This to emphasize certain text that you want to make it more visual, to make it more seem to stand out. Yeah. Next is the headings. We can each headings would have a different level, I guess. As H1 will be the top, and you have to put like H2, H3, H4 to divide the content into different sections. Another way to divide would be to use the division tag. The division tag is over here. It's represented by div. The division tag is to create a division or section within the document itself, and it serves as a space or an area for a group or style to make it more flexible for your coding. As you can see, I put H2, then HTML2 over here, and then the 3 different paragraphs. HTML is fun. How about more? And yay! After that, I will tell you about hyperlinks. hyperlink is represented by this A and this A over here. In this hyperlink, you need to put a reference source. This href is a reference that will lead you to a certain link if you click on it. For example, I put this as a random weird link. Of course, there's no link in it because I put href equal URL. So if I click on it, it will lead to nothing. So you just need to place your link in it if you want to use the HTML and have a link for people to click on. Next will be images. If you want to put images inside your content, you need to have img. This is an image tag, and then you need to have source. Instead of like h reference or href, it's src, which represents source, and you put the URL of the image itself. And then this alt is like an alternate naming, which means you can name the image. Right now, I did not put any image, as you can see. The alt is if there's no image, it will show this result, which is over here. As you can see, there's no image here. Next, for forms, using HTML to make forms. Forms require input and some interaction. As you can see, I put a form and end form here, and in between there's an action equal action page dot php, which specifies where the form data will be sent upon submitting it. Within the form, we need to have an input field, and inside the input you could have different types. As you can see, this type is submit, and the value is equal submit, which gives this submit button. Labels are associated with the input fields to enhance the usability by providing the descriptive text and improving the accessibility. You can see here we have for equal name, then the first name, which is this part, then the label, and then we have the input type text, ID equal name, name equal name, and the value equal name. And then I break, and then as you can see, it just repeats and say the value is John. Other than that, there will be also using boxes. So, how to code HTML checkboxes? Similarly, I put action, put this action equals some slash action underscore page dot php. But then inside there will be a different type of input. Instead of like a text or submit above, like right here, it becomes a checkbox. As you can see, since I take it from another source, I didn't change this, but then as you can see, the ID and name is vehicle, but then the value is math assignment, but then it still works as as the as the value is the math assignment, and the ID and name does not really impact the value. And then I put the label for print out I have math assignment 2 and initially finish the science project. And if I click on it, you can put a tick on it. This helps. This helps if you want to make checkboxes boxes in your HTML. So you might ask, what is the purpose of this ID? ID is basically used to connect the input with a label. The label for vehicle 1 and the ID. So this you need to put this. So interlinked over here, yeah. And the name tag or the name is just to specify the name of the input element. And that is all for this part.